Hello, and thank you for tuning in to this episode of Animals and Ames. My name is Ron Edwards. I'm the Animal Control Supervisor here for the Ames Animal Shelter and Animal Control Program. We have dogs. We have dogs for adoption this week. I'm going to show you two of them today. We actually have a husky that is also available for adoption, but we have two great families already and two wonderful applications. So it's kind of a good thing when you have people fighting over our dogs here, not for the two families, because unfortunately only one family is going to get that great dog. But we're both very impressed with both families and very excited to adopt him to the families. So we'll just have to see how it goes and plays out in the end. But these two guys, we're actually accepting applications. If you notice, there's only one here. There is we think it might be a mother and son duo. This one here both of them came into us as strays. I have named her Cersei. So for those Game of Thrones fans out there, that's where her name comes from. Very sweet, gentle, kind dog. She's just watching her, which is probably her son down there. At least we think it might be her son. So she is a Chihuahua, possibly Dachshund mix. Chihuahuas come in so many different sizes nowadays. She could be a purebred Chihuahua. It's really hard to tell. She is scheduled for her spay surgery. Again, both of the dogs are just very nice. And they are also very bonded together. So they clearly came from the same home. So we want to make sure that these guys can live out their lives together since they are so bonded. Again, we think he might be the son, the next one that you're going to meet, but we're not entirely sure. But she is fairly young herself. We think she's just a few years. She is scheduled to be spayed. She's got all these interesting smells around here, so she's just so excited to be here and look at the cameras. But she is, oh yeah, what do you think? She is scheduled to be spayed, and he is scheduled to be neutered within the next few days. So we're accepting applications on both of these guys. And again, because they are so bonded together, we want to make sure that they are adopted together. So if you're interested in these two great dogs, and I'll show you the little boy next. If you're interested in these two great dogs, come down and submit an application. You can give us a call and ask more about them. Are you nervous? It's a little nervous yawn there, all the cameras and lights and everything. But this is Cersei here at the Ames Animal Shelter. Real sweet little dog, and you'll meet the next one, Baelish, next. And our next part of the duo today is Baelish. Baelish here, he's very young. He's definitely less than a year old. He is a male, still needs to be neutered, and he's actually going in for surgery the same day as mom is. Sweet little puppy, sweet little young guy. Oh, good kisses. That's a good kiss, I know. Sweet little puppy here that, again, is very bonded with his mom. They do cuddle up next to each other at night when they're sleeping. They prefer to be fed a little bit separate. Mom gets a little testy with her food. She's not much into sharing with her little child here. But other than that, they get along great. Like I said, at night we see them when we tuck them in for bed in the evening. We see that they are snuggled up next to each other, and just a great bonded pair. So again, this is Baelish. We name them, so feel free to change those names if you're not Game of Thrones fans, or if you have different characters that you like. So they haven't really got it used to those names yet. Honestly, when we call them and say anything, they're just excited to see people and meet us. So again, very playful guys. Mom is much more playful. I think she was just a little nervous here on the show with the lights and the camera and everything. So again, great little dogs here, bonded pair that need to be adopted together, and available for your adoption here at the Ames Animal Shelter. So they are scheduled. Don't eat the microphone. They are scheduled for their surgeries, so we'd like to get applications in on them really quick and make a decision so the new adopters can pick them up at the vet hospital and they can recover from their surgeries at home. So if you're interested in Baelish and Cersei as a couple here, come on down to the Ames Animal Shelter. We'd love to talk to you about them and give you more info on them. And our next guest today is Delta. Delta came into us in pretty bad shape. She almost didn't make it. So I just want to say a very special thank you to our foster mom, Effie, who took her in and cared for her. And also a very special thank you to Madonna, not the singer. We have a kitty named here, Madonna, and she was a mom to her kittens. And we were able to get Delta here to take her, or get Madonna to take Delta in and help take care of her and feed her when she came in and was in such bad shape. So if it wasn't for Effie, our wonderful foster mom, cat foster mom, and we have quite a few foster moms that are out there, I want to thank all of them for the work that they do to keep these guys healthy and keep them thriving in their home environment. It's so much better for them to be in a home environment than being here at the shelter when they're so young like this. They just don't have the immune system and everything. So having them in a home environment where they get socialized with their children is just really good for these guys. So Delta, again, was kind of a second litter that Madonna took care of, along with Effie being the big mom. But Delta here, she has now been spayed and she is available for adoption. Because she is such a special kitty, we're taking applications on her, and I know I say that about all of our animals. But Delta here is a special one. We really did, we saved her, and if it wasn't for the hard work and dedication of Madonna, the foster mom kitty, and the foster mom Effie, Delta wouldn't be with us here today. So she is just a really sweet, adorable, very cute kitten. She's almost kind of a medium hair. That may grow into shorter hair when she gets older. Typically they don't go longer than they are now, but she will probably go a little bit shorter would be my guess. And she has this beautiful, you can see here, she has this beautiful kind of undercoat there that's more of like the silver color. She kind of got that around her head. You're going to eat the microphone too? I'm going to let her purr into the microphone there so everybody can hear that. But a very special sweet kitty that, again, we're taking applications on. We always consider those applicants that are interested in adopting 2 kittens. It's always good for them to have a playmate, especially at this age. They have so much energy, and it's so nice for them to have a playmate when you're at the university or you're at work, and they learn important behaviors on how not to bite so hard and just how to play appropriately and everything. So it's real important for them to have a playmate. So any adopter that's interested in adopting 2, that's an approved adopter, we always like to see them go home with a buddy. If it's not a sibling, then we find them a buddy. So we have a buddy in with Delta. That they're just kind of getting to know each other a little bit better, but once they're in a home environment, I'm sure they would adjust well together. If you're interested in Delta, come on down to the Ames Animal Shelter. And our final guest for today is Tatum. Tatum was actually born in a foster home. He's all part of the animals that we received in that animal cruelty case that we've talked about in the past, animal neglect. So he was born in a foster home, and now Tatum is here at the Ames Animal Shelter looking for a forever home. Just like our bunnies, we want to make sure that these guys are adopted in pairs. They do so much better in pairs than being single little exotic creatures in your home. We also want to make sure people get the right setup for them. I want to make sure they get appropriate size cages, make sure they have the appropriate diet. They are special little creatures, and they deserve all the special care that's going to help them thrive in the new environment. So he is just one of the 3 other, he has 3 siblings that are here along with mom. So he could be adopted with another male. Of course, we don't want to adopt the male and female couple together, because we don't need any more extra guinea pigs. If you've been here in our lobby anytime in the recent past, say month and a half, we have lots of guinea pigs, so we don't need to add to that population. So this here is Tatum. He's actually quite active. We've trained him to sit and stay and be quiet for the camera. Not really. They just do that by instinct. When they get scared, they kind of freeze like that. But he's in a different room, different material here. There's lights, there's cameras, and so he's not really sure. He's kind of wondering where his siblings are too. So that's another reason why he's a little bit more on the calm side. But they can be great little pets, but they're not a pet for everybody. So you want to make sure you do some research before you consider adopting one of these guys. These little babies here are just the cutest things in the world. I think they're about 3 months at this point. We actually have their birth date. I didn't bring that with me, but they are just really sweet little guys. They do not, although they could, as any animal could, bite if they have teeth. They do not bite. They're very gentle. They'll allow you to pet them. The more and more handling they get, the better socialized they're going to be, and really fit into a home environment. And these are pets that are good ones for children. But the parents have to be responsible and make sure that they're being taken care of and cleaned up after. You also want to make sure that your child has good handling techniques, that they're not squeezing them, they're handling them gently, they're petting them softly, because they are very little things and they can easily be hurt. So we don't want that for any of these guys here. So again, this is Tatum. He's available here for adoption along with quite a few others. We still have a lot of rabbits. We have a lot of guinea pigs. Our cat population is on the rise, and you saw 2 of the dogs today. And then we have Charlie, the Siberian Husky, that we have applications for, that we have 2 great families for already. So we're not going to take any additional applications, but some great animals here at the shelter. Again, if you don't adopt from the Ames Animal Shelter, please visit some of the other shelters. The Story County Shelter is very close. The Boone Area Humane Society, Marshalltown Animal Rescue League, and the Iowa Animal Rescue League down in Ankeny, Des Moines area. All very good shelters, have great programs, and most importantly, they have great pets that are looking for their forever homes. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. That's just a quick sampling of some of the animals we have available for adoption here at the Ames Animal Shelter. Also want to send a very special thank you to all of the people who donated in our recent Facebook post. We had a tremendous amount of support, buying all kinds of cat food and specialty cat food, and especially for our young kittens that really need good nutrition. It's very important, just as you've seen the animals that are on this show. Some of them come to us in pretty bad shape, so it's really important that we get good nutritious food into them and take care of them. So as you can see here, there's just a lot of different donations that we received. There was 32 boxes on Tuesday from Amazon. There was, I think, 15 on Monday. So we've just had tremendous support and cannot thank the community enough for everything you do to help our community animals here. So if you're donating here from Ames or even local communities, we truly appreciate your support in helping us care for our furry friends here at the Ames Animal Shelter. So again, from the bottom of all of our hearts and their food dishes, thank you so much for helping these animals here. They especially need it at this time of the year with so many animals coming in the shelter. Thank you.